Hi, it's Angelina from Sparkling Diva with another reading for you. And since it's International Women's Day, I thought it was nice to do a reading on what type of man is the right type for you. So I'm going to try to do it reasonably fast so I can get it in one recording. And you can choose 1, 2, 3 or 4, or go by the crystals or figurines I've used. This is a goddess with on an enamel stand with a spiral, an opalite goddess, mother of earth, with the world in her belly, or Venus of Willendorf, sunstone, or a cute little jasper dolphin from numbers 4. So I'm going to give you a little bit of time to make your choice, and then I'm going to start the reading. Right, well, I do want to start because there's a lot of cards and a lot of information is likely to come up. So if you haven't made your choice, then please pause the video and to take your time. I'm going to start with the first set question being, what type of men would be your best match? And before I forget, for this reading I again used cards from the Tarot of Sexual Magic. If you find that offensive, then please forego the reading, and then I'll soon do another one without these cards, but they resonate so well for me, so that's why I love to use them. But if you don't like it, then please switch on the video. So let's get going. The type of man. This is the High Priestess, 4 of Wands, and the King of Wands to begin with. So I think this man, the right type for you, is a guy who is in touch with his emotions, his feminine side. He's sensitive, he has intuition if need be, and he's open to that as well. At the same time, he is playful. But since this is 4 of Wands, he does want a committed relationship, an exclusive relationship, and yeah, he is really ready for that. A balanced, harmonious relationship where both men and man and woman are equals. But he has something playful about him, and he's really King of Wands. He's very masculine in a good sense. He's strong, he's empowered, he can also be very charming, he's an attractive man, and he can be there for you if you need him. I always get the sense that in this picture, let's see if you can see that, I'm not certain, I can't see it myself in the camera, but it always gives me the sense that he's comforting this woman. So he is strong, and if you need him for something, he's there for you. He is there for you. And then we have the Horned God, number 4. This is in Default Tarot the Emperor. So this man, yeah, he is empowered. He in his masculinity in a very good way. Very masculine, very empowered, very strong, yet also in touch with his emotions, able to express those, and he knows what he wants out of life in a relationship. He's got his shit together. Very empowered, masculine. And Harvest is in Default Tarot the Judgment card. In this card, again, I'll try to show you. There's this cottage, a man, a woman, a lot of fruit, and these little creatures in there, and they're sharing. Everyone's happy. So this man is really ready for this, ready for commitment, to share, to be open, to be equal, ready to settle down. And since this judgment is also new beginnings, rebirth kind of thing, so it could be that this man has had several relationships already, or one or more, I don't know, and has now he has grown, he has evolved as a man, as what he wants out of life. Yeah, that's why he is so empowered and strong. I think he has had the trials and tribulations in life, has gone through divorce, but that's how he learned to be a better partner, to be a better man, and also what he needs himself. So it's a really beautiful card. The second set of that is what there will be between you, the dynamic of the relationship, priorities, fertility. Give your relationship a chance, and it is safe for you to love. Priorities is, in this case, I feel like knowing that you have to prioritize your relationship, that you have to invest energy and time into it, not take it for granted in that sense, is a very healthy relationship, because this is fertility. So it's a very happy, healthy, interdependent relationship, and the guy who is empowered, like this man, is able to have that interdependent relationship as well. And it's safe for you to love, so you both open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So you can both really come home in this relationship. There will be a lot of love. It's just really happy. And then give your relationship a chance. Work on your relationship. I am thinking that for some this is maybe the man you are already in a relationship with, or sort of, or someone from your past, that it didn't work out. Either that, or you have gone through troubles yourself, are wounded, and in that sense still a bit afraid to open your heart, to trust it. But then they are saying that it is safe for you to love. So all in all, a very beautiful dynamic. And then the next, what will he bring you? Then we have the Knight of Wands. Saint Germain, use your magical abilities, potential, and spiritual law of attraction. I do not know how to pronounce that in English, I'm sorry. I think this relationship, this man, will help you to get to a higher vibration, to become more positive, and to attract better things in life, not just the relationship or him, but in life in general. And this, I always see this as the woman is going towards that village there in the background, and she still has a ways to go, and it's not a straight path, but she knows exactly where she's going, and she's not in any hurry. She's not in any kind of hurry, different from the regular Knight of Wands, who is rushed and fiery, and who is in a hurry. But this, she's not even galloping. You know, she is just convinced, that's where I'm going, that's where my goal is, and I'm going to get there. Just very confident, convinced that, you know, she's on the right track and she's going to get there. So I think this man, this relationship, will help you to manifest your dreams and goals in life, to help you get clear what your goals are, and then you're going there. You're going to manifest it. So it's going to bring you a lot. It's going to make you feel really good. And then you might also begin to realize your own power, your own strength, what you've got to your own talents, discover your own talents, and use the law of attraction to. Because when you start to feel better, law of attraction will start to work, and will bring the right people and situations and things on your path. Because then you are a vibrational match to that. So it will bring you a lot of nice, good things. When will you meet them? I used the Lenormand cards for that, the expanded Lenormand deck, Gilded Reverie, which comes with extra cards, like the mask and a second man card. And then I'm thinking that you have indeed, because the mask is about wearing mask. This side, the cards to the left of that is positive. The cards to the right, well, you can, if you, I'm not sure if you can see it. I can't tell. To the right, this face is not really looking so happy. So the card to the right is not is influenced in a less pleasant way by the mask. It's also about playing roles. Which role are you playing? Do you want to play, or someone else as well, of course? And since this man with the fox, I think you have been hurt in the past by a man who either lied to you, didn't show his true colours, or didn't commit to you, and that you are still scared, wounded, whatever, because of that. You don't have an open view. This is the child card, and a child has dreams and all these wonderful fantasies, but a child is also open, trusting, and innocent, and doesn't think in judgment or whatever, you know. It's just open and goes for it. And I think when you are going to meet him or get involved, it depends on when you are able to be like that child, to forget about what happened in the past, and to also know what you want. Because the mask is also about which role do you play, but I think this is to do with healing. And I don't know why, I do get a sense that for some of you this is about getting back together with your ex, and that in the past maybe he wasn't all that empowered yet, and maybe he wasn't willing to commit, or he wasn't open and honest, and it all went wrong, and now he has grown, he has changed. But that is, yeah, well, I suppose it's not going to be the case for all of you, but somehow I do get that sense that this man, the right guy for you, is actually your ex, who has now grown and changed, and now is willing and ready for a healthy, committed relationship. If that is not the case, then it still, whether it is or it isn't, it does depend on you healing and being open and willing to just let go of these fears and masks, and to dare enter a relationship, to dare trust again. So I don't know the time frame, but that's what it depends upon. That's what I do feel very strongly for you guys. I made a mess of it. Oh my god. Right. That was the first set. I hope that resonated with you. Please let me know in the comment sections. Yeah, helps me learn as well as a reader. For numbers 2, who chose the Opaline Goddess. What type of man is your best kind of match? Is the best for you, right for you? Then we have this card, 9 Pentacles, Ace of Cups, 6 of Wands, and 10 of Pentacles. And I think in this case for you, if you chose this, is that you need the right man for you is a bit of a he's strong. He can be a bit domineering, maybe even. Not in a bad way, because you need that, you want that, otherwise he wouldn't be the right sort of guy for you. Right, like he's cutting off a lot of her hair. Women used to do that in medieval times as well, give a lock of hair to a suitor. And she's allowing him to do that, so she's okay with it. She has surrendered to it, she wants this, she needs this. And he's just completely going for her. But he is strong. He is strong. He's a bit of a he can be a bit dominant. He's really strong. But since there is the Ace of Chalices, he's also loving. He has a lot of love. And he cherishes you. He wants you to be his goddess. But he is strong. He doesn't fear being in control. Which doesn't mean that you're weak or anything. That's not really what I mean. It's just really quite a strong guy who wants you to be really just feminine, and you know, he's got a lot of love to give. Really cherishing you here and adoring you, cherishing. But then there is the Six of Wands. He does like how do you phrase that? He likes recognition. He likes to be seen. And hang on, I need to. So I wrote something down that I feel is really very important for this reading. He inspires people. Yeah, that's what the word I was looking for. He's a leader in some form or other. He's that kind of person, a leader. So yeah, I use dominant, but please don't take that the wrong way. Not in a bad way. That's what I said. It's not in a bad way. But this guy is a kind of a leader, and he knows his worth, and he isn't afraid to show that to the world. And he likes to inspire people. People look up to him, and he needs that. He does need that. But that's okay. That's okay, but that's the kind of guy that matches you really well, and he wants you to look up to him too. But it's also cool because he cherishes you. So he cherishes you like a goddess, and you adore him like a god. That sort of thing. You know, you are really feminine, but he's this charming leader. And he needs to be out there for people to look up to him, and he needs to have this opportunity to inspire people. But he's still fully dedicated to you when it comes to a relationship. He's completely into you. And, well, that's the Nine of Pentacles as well. He's established, this man is really established, both emotionally as well as materially, financially, whatever. He's got a lot to give. He has an awful lot to give. And because that Kingfisher is there, it kind of makes me feel that this is not going to be boring. I sometimes feel that this can be boring, the family setting, the kids, and you know, and blah. It makes me sort of want to run away, because I'd like a bit of excitement in my life. But because that Kingfisher is there, Kingfisher is just sitting there watching and waiting and watching and waiting, and as soon as there's a fish, he's gonna just dive down and go for that fish. So you might get quite some unexpected things in this relationship. You know, things out of the blue, spontaneous actions and that sort of thing. Because this guy is not boring. The Six of Wands dude, he's not boring. That's that kind of man. Exciting, yet dedicated to you. And then the vibe between you and him in the relationship. Ganesh is about the god that removes obstacles. It also says yes, so if you have any question, then the answer is yes. But he's a remover of obstacles and meditation. Let me see, because sometimes these default interpretations don't mean much. Don't run away anymore. Be honest. Face it. And trust. I think that maybe you are going to feel, for the first in a long time, feel that you belong. Maybe you had difficult relationships in the past and or not finding the exact right match or whatever, and this is sort of like coming home in a way, and you can trust. You can also trust. It's also about this is also about having time to yourself, being honest. And Ganesh, let me see what else there was to say about Ganesh. I always thought that he was a god of wisdom too. Your prayers have been heard and answered. You get positive support for this situation. He's also a remover of obstacles. So if something has been difficult or in the past or whatever, it's going to be okay. You can trust it's going to work out. I think you're going to feel really like coming home in this relationship, settling down in energetically as well, really coming home. I don't know why. Let me see, next is what he brings you. Six of Chalices. Well, I hope you can see the cards. The boy and the girl hand in hand, walking away, walking off into the sunset after a nice picnic. It's just totally cool. Also playful, you know, doing something spontaneous, maybe like going outdoors and having a picnic, and then going home again. This is wonderful, really wonderful connection. Six of Pentacles, a balance in give and take. Do feel worthy. I don't know why I get that. Make sure you feel worthy. Maybe you had problems in the past that make you feel not worthy or not lovable or whatever, but that it is possible to have a balance in give and take in a relationship. Maybe you've been cheated in the past, because this dude here, he's holding these dice, so he's a gambler, risk taker. He probably has money as it is, and yet he is just holding up his hand, begging like the woman is doing. Maybe you've been cheated in the past. I don't know, and that hurt you and trashed your self-esteem or something. But don't be afraid. You get again. This Vishnu is also trust. We had trust here as well. The romance angels, just trust. And Mother Mary, take good care of yourself. So yeah, do that. You always have to do that. Have healthy boundaries and take good care. Just take good care of yourself in general. And trust. Because I think this connection is really wonderful. Even though the guy may be a bit strong and sometimes maybe even overwhelming, but he is, I doubt he's going to take advantage of you. Otherwise he wouldn't be the right guy for you. You know, he was loving and he wants to adore you, treat you like a goddess. So there will be, will be a balance and give and take. But you do have to make sure that you take. As something you have, that's your own responsibility in life as well, that you not just give and please. Maybe that is a tendency you have or used to have, that you are a pleaser, and you have to take care of yourself and change that. You know that it's okay for you to occasionally take as well. That is cool. That man can handle that. He can handle that. He is strong enough for that. And trust. Okay, when will you meet this guy? Then we have the Labyrinth. There's also a new card in the expanded Gilded Reverie deck, Lenormand deck, as well as a Compass. And then there is the Scythe. I hope I pronounced that the correct way. This always tells me that you can't really find each other. You know, these people are in the labyrinth, and you can see each other because the hedge is not that high, and there's this woman in the middle underneath the gazebo. But you know, like this man and this woman, they can see each other, but how the hell do they get together? They have to find a way through that labyrinth to get together. And I feel that this is the person that I'm reading for. So in this case, if you're watching and you choose this, then that is you. You're in the middle, you're waiting there. You're ready, you found the center. But he isn't there yet. He has to find you. So this is going to take some time. Might take some trial and error, and maybe it could be that he's just not ready yet. There's also more people in the labyrinth, so maybe he is, maybe there is someone else still at play. I don't know. But I never really go with that much. For me, it's more like you haven't found each other yet, you know. And that might take some time. But you are each other's true north, and also maybe knowing what it is you want and what you need in a relationship and a partner. Because if this man had a compass, he might be able to find his way to you. Not really, not literally, wouldn't work in a labyrinth, would it? But you know, figuratively speaking. And then I do think it could go quite fast, because the scythe is like suddenly cutting through something and harvesting as well, right? So I think once he knows what it is he wants, or has turned around, so he's seen you, then it might go really quite fast. So in that sense, it's going to take a little while, but then things will go really fast, and you are each other's true north. So that's wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Bit of coffee, then I'm going to move on to the third one. Venus of Willendorf, the first card. What type is your best match? Ace of Wands, Three of Pentacles, the Emperor, and then we have Five of Swords. Ace of Wands, so there's a lot of passion, a lot of drive, a lot of motivation, initiative, creative ideas, new ideas, and a lot of potential. So it's not just vague ideas, but there's a lot of potential for them. And then we have the Three of Pentacles, is like having a vision, having dreams, and having the skills as well to manifest them. And Three of Pentacles, funny that this comes up yet again, it did in my last reading as well. taking action. So not just visualizing and dreaming and you know what it is you want, but also working on it and so you can manifest, which ties into this Ace of Wands, which makes me feel that this man that you are looking for, or the right type of guy for you, is quite ambitious. He is really quite ambitious. There's a lot of things he still wants to achieve in life, manifest in life. Maybe he's still younger, meaning that you, if you choose 3, likely are also still quite young. And then we have the or this guy, it can also be that he had a career change, for instance, right? If he's not that young, if you know, but a man who's going into a new direction in his life, maybe after a divorce or just career change, whatever. But he's very driven, he's very passionate, he has a lot of things he wants to do, achieve in life. I can even notice by the way I'm talking all of a sudden, it's like there's this fiery energy, like go, 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 yeah. Funny. In any case, the the Emperor is also about a guy who's got his shit together, very masculine, knowing what he wants, knowing his worth, and you know he's going for it as well. And yeah, there's these I can't remember what these are called, fruit here on a plate. I don't know what these are called in English. I think pomegranates, maybe. They're cut in half, and there's all these seeds. So I don't know. They just stood out to me, kind of like all these seeds that he wants to plant. You know, all these dreams and visions and things he wants to manifest, and he does want a relationship because he's looking at that woman, a statue. It's like a fountain with a naked woman in it, and he's looking at a woman, and he's got this phallic wand or staff there as well. This is a very potent dude, not necessarily sexually, but in the broader sense of the word, right? Like the manifesting, the ideas, the achieving, and very masculine dude. But I do think he wants a woman, a partner, but yeah, this is quite like a marble, beautiful goddess, this fountain statue thing. I think this man wants a woman who's sort of like him, who's also quite driven, also has her shit together, excuse my French, knows what she wants in life, has dreams as well, and things she wants to do, and you know, not the kind of woman who is like, I want a husband, I want to have children, and I want to just settle down, and that sort of thing. There's nothing wrong with that, but that's not what this guy's after. He's also wanting a woman who is driven like him, who has these dreams and goals and passions and you know, outgoing energy. And then we have the 5 of Swords, and then he's taking her dress off. She's allowing him to take the dress off, but I get a sense that she kind of feels like, well, okay, cool, dude, take off my dress, I'm allowing you to do this, but I'm not giving you any more than I'm willing to give you. You know, like, she's also powerful, strong, in control, maybe a wee bit masculine in that sense, very feminine, very sexy, very attractive, very driven, but not like, okay, I'm going to give you my heart right away. Yeah, we can have fun, we're going to have fun, we're going to do this, but I decide when I'm going to give my heart, when I'm going to give you access to my inner world. But in the meantime, we can still have fun. That sort of thing. I hope that that makes sense to you. And he likes that. He's laughing, you know. He's enjoying that. He wants an equal in that sense. Yeah. So then, if you chose 3, then I suppose you should recognize yourself in what I just described. And yeah, I hope that resonates. I'd like to hear that from you. That sort of thing. But that's what he wants, and you like that too. Because you do like to have a bit of control. You do like this that vibe of it's not conflict, but tension, but in a positive way. Just that tension, and play with that, and have fun with that, and you know that just resisting, being a bit sassy, being a bit bratty, and that sort of thing. Right, quickly move on before I run out of time. What is the dynamic between the two of you? Well, that ties in to these first cards that we just read. Kuan Yin, then we have Hina, freedom, and romance angels. We got let your friends help you, and flirt. Well, first off, there's Kuan Yin. And Kuan Yin, basically this says let it go. I think for this reading it's more about Kuan Yin's energy, which is about compassion and love. Really, let me see if I can phrase it better for you. Let me open. It should be the next card. No, it's not. Here's the right book. Kuan Yin has gone from the little white book. Oh my god. Or maybe I lost track of the alphabet. Whatever. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just a bit confused. I always look for the names of the ascended masters, but it's alphabetically ordered on the caption of the card. Kuan Yin is not gone. She's still in here. Let me see what I was looking for. Yeah. So she's about compassion, but also about being able to get your needs met in a friendly and loving way. And so maybe that may be necessary if you're both so driven, you know, and so ambitious and like this tension and all that stuff. Then maybe sometimes it's necessary to be a bit more you know, softer energy, so to speak, and more in a yeah, the compassion, and if you want your needs met, that you don't compete, you know, because these people, if they're both like that, so driven and ambitious, it could easily happen, maybe, that you sometimes compete with one another, and that can be fun, but not always really handy in a relationship. So sometimes, and this is what the dynamic will be. So I think you might both learn from each other to also be able to get your needs met in a more gentle way, in a more compassionate way. And freedom, well, I think freedom is going to be important for both of you in the relationship. Personal freedom, not meaning that it will not be exclusive. I don't mean that at all, but just personal freedom, you know, to still have space to go out with your own girlfriends and friends and have fun, and your own hobbies and goals, and in that way, so you're not glued together, not Siamese twins. And also let your friends help you. I don't think this is about asking for help from your friends. I think this is more to do with the vibe of the relationship. Is like you like to socialize a lot, go out a lot, be with friends, and go out and have fun, mingle, and yeah, flirt. Flirting is playful, having fun, playful. So I think this is a bit of a, in that sense, a kind of a young dynamic. In you know, two people, very driven, very active, full of life, and wanting to go out there and be active and have fun and socialize and that sort of thing. What does he bring you? Then we have the Five of Pentacles, the Witch, which is the Magician in default tarot. And open your heart for love, Jesus. I think that it wouldn't surprise me if, based on this Three of Pentacles, it's like feeling left out from the party. You're sitting there in the cold on your own, and out back there is light and people and fire and warmth, and there's stuff going on there, but you're not part of it. This gives me, in this reading, the sense that maybe you have not had a relationship, maybe ever, or not for a long time. Like you couldn't find the right person, or you were too busy with your work, maybe with your career, and which was your own choice, but then you could still feel lonely, feel left out, you know, because there's still weekends, and yeah, you can still long to have that mate and that love and sharing. And but I think for some this is, yeah, either you haven't been in a relationship because you couldn't find the right person, or you were too focused on career but still felt lonely and, you know, missing out in a way on love, or it is your first relationship. But that's all gonna change, because there's a Magician, the Witch, and the Witch, well, she's got everything. She's got everything sussed. All elements are balanced. And I also see, apart from that, she's working in a circle. And this is a circle, drawing a circle in witchcraft is creating your own space. So I think you will find your own space in a different way than before. Maybe for the first time. Because you probably, of course, if you were single or are single, you do have your own space. But if you're not feeling completely happy, not really fulfilled, because you might have the job and the career and all that stuff, but not the love relationship, then yeah, you're not completely happy, are you? And he will bring you that. So you will still have that freedom that came up and your own space, and you like that. But you are more fulfilled than you were probably ever before. Completely doing your own thing. Everything is in balance. And open your heart for love. Now, I think that speaks for itself. I think you're gonna have a lot of fun in this relationship, but also a lot of love between the two of you. Maybe also in a way that you've never experienced before. Because I keep feeling that with this one, Five of Pentacles, that you in a way couldn't find the right man for you, the right match. And this man can. This guy is the right match for you, and then you finally can open your heart and feel loved and give love and have that the way you want it, you know, the way you are. And when will you meet? Let me see how we're doing time-wise. When will you meet? The Mountain, the Rider, and the Heart. I think that for many of you, you already know each other, but you're not seeing each other as potential romantic interests. And as soon as you do start to open your eyes to that, then it could go quite fast. But either one of you will have to see the other as a potential match, and then reach out, because that's the Rider, and then there will be love. So I think for many of you, you already know each other, and I do not know why, So whether it goes fast or not, it will depend on that. It hinges on that, because this is slow but the writer is fast, so it hinges on that. I hope that makes sense, and I fear that I'm going to have to make a last part for the numbers 4, because my battery is about to die. Oh, I did my best to fit it into one video, it just didn't work. But yeah, a lot of messages came up, so I do hope you enjoyed it. And if you are the numbers 4, I'm so sorry if you went through the whole war or whatever. I will record it in a minute and then upload it to YouTube, and I hope these messages helped you. Please leave me some feedback and likes, you know, because it helps me learn, and I just like to know as well whether I'm actually adding something, you know, helping you with what I'm doing. So, well, I'm wishing you a very wonderful day. I'm going to go out in the sun in a minute as well and enjoy that. And I'll be back soon with another reading. First, numbers 4. Bye bye.